Alright, can you guys hear me now, maybe? Let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Unfortunately, Luke gets invalidated lap time. Vintage Grizz has come into the pits. Not sure what might have happened here. As Private Lee is making his way around the circuit. We have a yellow flags and a few centers. So there's probably a Haas pulled over, maybe. Can't quite find out. Up and through. No one's retired. What I can tell. But maybe Paulo. I think it might have been Paulo. As Off Milk retires from the session, try and maybe figure out find a driver. There we go. The driver. We might be able to see what might have happened. Ooh, what was that? We need a closer look at that. That looked to me as though he had on his roof. His Vapor Shadow gets a 5-place good penny for a collision with Antbro. Oh, that's not... That doesn't look good. So that'll really hurt Vapor at the moment as he currently set the whole time, but we've got a lot of yellow flags out through this track at the moment. Now this track might actually seem like it's a pretty easy track, but it's actually not. It's got a lot of technical stuff all through it. There we are, now track is all green. A little bit of a yellow flags in the sector 2 by the looks at the last part of the S's. Looks to me like it might be a Red Bull, it seems, on the map. And we've got yellow flags over 130R in the final chicane as well, and got looks like we got yellow flags in sector 2 just under the bridge there. So if there's any drivers that might be coming through there, take it easy, alright? There might be a little bit of a issue. We'll just try and figure out what might have happened here. Looks as though Chromad has come out of the bridge. He's got wing damage, so he'll have to pit to get that fixed. So the only drivers that haven't set a lap time at the moment is Vintage Grizz, and Off Milk hasn't set a time, although he's retired, so he'll most likely be at the back of the pack. Off Milk, I think his car ended up on its roof, I think it was. in Sector 1 on the S's, I think. And we've got a yellow flags. Now green. So we've got a few yellow flags by the looks. I'm trying to just find out what's going on. We have a Haas going slow just on the approach to the hairpin here. Not sure who it is, we'll just have a look and try and find out. Paulo is who it was. Got a Mercedes pretty much just after the bridge as well, going slow just to let other drivers through. So be careful, drivers that are just coming under the bridge and approaching the hairpin. There's yellow flags there, alright? So just take it easy. So it's a AlphaTauri, I think, that's holding up the line. ZHR, he's gone a little bit off track there. He's travelling quite slow, so any drivers, you know, just hopefully you'll try and stay out of the way. So he's currently off the track at the moment, but he's right on edge. As X-Iron Knight retires. Oh, this is not actually looking that great. You might have a car that might have crashed out. Try and find a driver. No. Again, yellow flags by the underpass there and approaching the hairpin, so hopefully everyone will be alright. We've got yellow flags on the chicane as well. Just got yellow flags at the just after the hairpin on the slight sweeping right. Yellow flags now under the bridge as well, but they've gone green. Take it easy, drivers. There are yellow flags in the area. You don't want to get involved in an accident. And we've got, oh, pretty much at the end of the S's in Sector 1 there's a yellow flag. It looks like a racing point. And we've got yellow flags pretty much throughout the entire course for a lot of these drivers. It actually looks as though the Ferrari of Vintage Grizz actually might be out of fuel, maybe, judging by how slow he's driving. Doesn't exactly look great behind him. As Enter is coming into the pit, so we currently have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session, so if any drivers that might want to maybe go out and set a new time, it's very, would have been a very dangerous release there by the McLaren garage for find out. Who's enough. Just as though we also had a bit of a someone starting to take a little bit of a joyride as well. As Nuff is slowly exiting the pit lane. But we pretty much have again another full course yellow at the moment. As Vintage Grizz retires from the session, so he might have retired coming out of the pits, is my guess. As MPA Skog has currently got a... No, it was Luke, sorry. Oh, looks as though just after the hairpin we've got a yellow flag there. If not just on the hairpin, we'll try and figure out what is happening there. Ooh, JJB is just off the track at the moment. He's got a little bit of wing damage. And that's the thing with that hairpin, you've got to be very careful on how much throttle you apply there. You try and apply too much and you'll just end up spinning the tyres. Very, very easy to get into an accident if a driver spins there in front of you. Very easy, it's pretty much almost guaranteed to be an accident if a driver spins in front of you. And looks as though we've got another lot of yellow flags ahead. That of Luke, as he's just coming into 130R right now. Let's see. And at the top of the hill on Sector 1 we have a yellow flag as well. Looks to me like a Alfa Romeo car. Let's see, that would only be Maverick. So any... Yeah, the track is all clear at the moment. No slow cars ahead, which is good to see. It's nice that Vapor has the current lap time at the moment, but he does have a 5-place grid penalty. So that will put him down at about P5. But judging by his pace, I don't know, maybe he could actually, possibly, you know, could actually have a good race with him actually. As all the drivers are just coming over the line now, just waiting on the Maverick as he's he's deciding to turn his F1 car into a World Rally car. So he takes a trip over the gravel pit there. As we're just waiting on Maverick's pit crew to put him back in the garage. So our driver lineup is as follows. In pole position we have Vapor, but he has a 5-place grid penalty, so it'll be P5. So pole position we have ZHR. And second we have Smith. And third we have Happy Kilmore. Fourth we have the Maverick. And fifth we have Vapor Shadow. Sixth we have Mahi Mahi. Seventh we have MPA Skov. 8th we have Rish. 9th we have Anthro. 10th we have Vintage Grizz. 11th we have Luke. 12th we have X-Run Knight. 13th we have Frost. 14th we have Bagos. 15th we have Chromad. And unfortunately we couldn't get through it as we ran out of time. As we're just currently waiting on the driver's strategy and all that at the moment. But it looks as though it's going to be a clear sunny sky for this race today. which is good to see, as there have been times in the past where I've had to drive this circuit in the wet. Ugh. The drivers are heading out on their formation lap right now. Oh, and a few other drivers are getting disqualified already for collisions by the looks. That's not good. They'll be starting on cold tyres pretty much. Don't know what happened there. So, let's see, where are we at? So currently, what our grid looks like today, on pole position we have ZHR, in second we have Smith, in third we have Happy Kilmore, in fourth we have the Maverick, in fifth we have Mahi Mahi, in sixth we have Vapor Shadow, in seventh we have MPA Skolth, in 8th we have Rish, in 9th we have Vintage Grizz, in 10th we have Knight, in 11th we have Bagos, in 12th we have Anthro, in 13th we have Chromad, in 14th we have North Squid, 15th we have Luke, in 16th we have Private Liwayne King, in 17th we have JJB, in 18th we have Paulo Frost, in 19th we have Dobbs, and last but not least, in 20th we have Off Milk. So this is ZHR is coming into his grid spot. There are a few drivers who unfortunately got disqualified due to collision on formation lap, which is a very stupid thing. So yeah, those drivers that got disqualified, their tyres will be cold, so maybe probably in a situation like that I probably wouldn't put car maybe into a rich mix and use overtake. I'd probably use a lean mix and just not use overtake at all. That's probably what I'd do, just for the fact that, you know, the tyres are cold. You know, you try and put too much energy through cold tyres and you'll just spin and cause an accident. That's not what you want to see. As we await 5 red lights, and we are off for this Japanese Grand Prix here for Division 3, as we've got a good few cars at the moment. We've got yellow flags already. I'm not seeing any collisions yet, as drivers are never... Oh, and we've got a spun AlphaTauri. Oh, massive accidents. Yellow flags all through Sector 1 and 2. A lot of collisions. We have an Alfa Romeo and a McLaren that have gone into the tyre barriers. Oh, another... As Knight has got a 5-second grid penalty for collision with Noof, and he's got no front wing at all, essentially. So he'll be needing to take it easy. Bagos has got a 5-second grid penalty for a severe collision. We have a safety car out as well. Yeah, unfortunately, Knight just took too much of the curb there on their inside. On turn 1 and 2, just took the curb too much there. It caused them to spin. It's alright to take a little bit of curb there, but not too much, as it is a raised curb there. So I think pretty much how these curves work in this game is that raised curves will spin you out, and they're pretty much curves that are pretty much flat won't spin you out as often. Some tracks a raised curb can be good, but you've got to be very careful on what line you want to pick. There's a lot of these. We've got 3 drivers at the moment with 5-second penalties that I'll need to serve. And it looks like a lot of drivers might already be coming in for a stop, maybe. Don't know if they might have wing. Oh, so here we are. Smith has got wing damage, so he's just coming in to get that fixed, and he's chucking on some hard tyres. So he's looking at going for a long stint here. Interesting. As the Division 2 people in the league are now restarting, although I don't think we'd be restarting, unfortunately. But I don't know. As we're getting more 5-second penalties getting handed out, just watch the gap, people. Watch the gap. You're in yellow flag conditions, alright? You're not racing at the moment, alright? The race is neutralised, essentially. Just, take it easy. Just focus on keeping your tyre temperatures up and just worrying about how close you are to the car in front. Looks as though Bagos is getting a little bit impatient with the red ball of Chromad there. As the driver took out a foam barrier. Looks like a lot of these drivers now are just bunching up nicely. So currently, where our grid stands at the moment, Chromad is... Ooh. As Bagos gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and the Ferrari team have double stacked their cars. Bagos retires from the set. Not exactly sure why he's retired. So currently our grid, well, pretty much what the positions are at the moment, in pole position and leading the pack at the moment we have Maverick. In second we have ZHR. In third we have Happy Kilmore. In fourth we have Mahi Mahi. In fifth we have MPA Scoff. In sixth we have Luke. In seventh we have Anthro. In eighth we have King. In ninth we have Paulo Frost. In 10th we have Chromad. In 11th we have JJB. In 12th we have Dobbs. In 13th we have Smith. In 14th we have Off Milk. In 15th we have Nuff. In 16th we have Knight. In 17th we have Grizz. In 18th we have Rush. And in 19th we have Vapor Shadow at the moment, as JJB gets a 5-second penalty. As we can see, there is a collision right in the distance of the screen there. I'm trying to figure out what might have happened here. Someone's front wing was out. Maybe we'll check around a few of these drivers. Maybe we might be able to find out who. As the safety car is coming in this lap. Doesn't look like any of the drivers have lost their front wing. No, don't see any driver that's lost a front wing. As Maverick is bunching up the pack. He's picking up the pace. Still currently in the yellow flags at the moment, and a green flag. ZHR goes a little bit wide there. So right, Happy Gilmore and Mahi Mahi have taken advantage and moved themselves up a place. As we've got yellow flags in Sector 1. We'll try and figure out what's... Well, we've got a Red Bull in the gravel there. That's Chromat, he's got a little bit of wing damage. Now we will need to be slowly applying the power. There's Nuff and Risha having a little bit of a battle here, just an exit of the hairpin. Still keeping themselves nice and close. See Wolf maybe look down the inside. No, he's a little bit too far behind. As Vapors moves his way and overtakes Grizz. Vapor is now going to overtake Off Milk. He's going... Or could he... He's got the move done. He's holding in Maverick. Mahi Mahi sets past the lap time of 1 minute 32.361. Oh, we have an Alfa Romeo that spun on the chicane. I think that was Off Milk. It was. So a few drivers will definitely have some front wing damage. As we have a VSC. As Luke gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with MPA Skov. Chromad gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. I've never seen a penalty handed out for that. Especially for that. High. Currently, Paulo Frost has made the most positions in this race so far. He's gained himself 10 positions. This Vapor Shadow will be wanting to get past Knight. He'll be eagerly waiting for that green flag to start. And it's green flag racing again. We've got yellow flags. Oh, this is not looking good. As Anthro has gone off track and he's currently in the gravel at the moment. Darius has now been enabled. Got a small... This Vintage Grizz is going down the inside there of Dobbs. Oh, this might actually... And Dobbs lets Vintage have the position as ZHR retires. Well, this is not going to be looking good. Where are we? We can't see. Come on, give us a view of what happened. We have a virtual safety car again. Oh, this might not be looking that great. So we have another virtual safety car. Jesus. We had 3 safety cars on total this race and it hasn't even... And it's only been 6 laps. As Rish gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. So you'll need to serve that within the next 3 laps or 5 laps, I think. So far, the grid order at the moment is on pole position. We have Maverick still. In second, we have Mahi Mahi. Third, we have MPA Skull, but he's currently got a penalty that he needs to serve. And fourth, we have King, who is now fourth. JJB, who is fifth. And sixth, we have Smith. Seventh, we have Knight. No, Vapor Shadow is claimed 7th now. Knight is currently in 8th. So Knight is keeping very close onto Vapor Shadow at the moment. In 9th we have Rish. In 10th we have Briz. 11th we have Happy Kilmore. In 12th we have Off Milk. 13th we have Dobbs. 14th we have Nuff. 15th we have Luke, as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. What is happening down in Sector 1? Dobbs has had a slight spin here, I think. Whoa, and the Racing Point has just made collision with Dobbs as well. Dobbs gets a penalty for collision with Luke. Not sure what happened there, but there was a Anthro had spun himself around and he's got wing damage too. This is not looking good. As Bagos has left the session, although it might just maybe be a connection issue maybe. So and off 13th we have Nuff at the moment. 14th we have Luke. What a slow Williams at the moment. What the... And 15th we have Paulo Frost. And 16th we have Dobbs. Anthro is now 16th. Dobbs has gone along the grass. So Chromad takes over 17th and Dobbs has claimed is now at the back of the pack. Although it does appear he's going to be getting blue flags soon. Dobbs gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So you have yellow flags in Sector 2. But Dobbs will be getting blue flags soon as we now have the leaders coming up behind him. As he's now receiving his blue flags. Ooh! Maverick has spun out and has lost the lead of this Grand Prix. Mahi has inherited the lead and MPA Scott has claimed 2nd. Maverick is now down in 3rd. I don't know what Dobbs was doing then. Dobbs should have just let Maverick through. There is an escape road that is pretty much straight on from that chicane. Dobbs should have just taken that escape road and come back down. It might be something the stewards might have to look at. As Dobbs retires from the session. Which is, I think, put out a safety car. Well, not a safety car, a yellow flag in Sector 1. Just hope Dobbs didn't retire while he was out on track. So if he did, then that is a massive no-no. Chromate gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that'll be exceeding track limits. As Dobbs calls it quits for the night. So we're trying to find some close racing hopefully. Happy Kilmore's keeping himself nice and close to Vintage Grizz here. Just approaching the small straight on the lead into 130R. Vapor Shadow is closing in on Smith. Let's see, Vapor is just holding in behind Smith, it seems. He's just biding his time. Although Smith is keeping a pretty good line at the moment. As Bridge and Knight come into the pits, followed by Off Milk. So we're currently on lap 10 out of 27, folks. We've got yellow flags in sector 2. Might be a Williams. It's Smith. Why don't I see that? Smith will definitely have some wing damage. He does. He's got no left front wing. So he'll be pretty much telling his engineers, I need to box in and get us a new wing. So there's been a few changes here and there, but not by much. This Vapor is on a back marker, maybe. No, he's on JJB. His MPA Scoff gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Vapor's going down the inside. It's turn 1. Oh, JJB. Vapor is very quick. This must be a strong circuit, I think. No, I thought he'd see. We have an issue up in the hairpin. Trying to figure out what's happened up here. We've got yellow flags on the hairpin, so any drivers that might be listening to this, we've now green flag on the hairpin. So it appears JJB has actually made a very good contention for driver of the day, perhaps. He's gained 14 positions so far this race. His Vapor is currently in second position. And we have yellow flags in sector 1. Just after the first S. So it's a looks like might be a pink Mercedes that's just driving a little bit slow, so I think that might be Luke actually. That it is. Chromat is right behind him. But he is. So look, we wanted to push as hard as he can. Slight lock up there on the hairpin, but good control there. His Vapor Shadow currently has the lead of this Grand Prix. And he has made a stop, so he might actually be able to maybe take mediums to the end of the race, although it's very lucky. It's a little bit unlikely that something like that would happen. As JJB is yet to make a stop, I think. Yes, he is the only one that has not made a stop yet. And he's currently on 11 lap old softs. Not sure what you'd be trying to prove there, man. He's got yellow flag in sector 1. Looks to me like it's a Haas. Oh, Paulo, he's just at the top of the hill now. Just picking up speed by the looks. Doesn't look like any wing damage. Oh, but he has a slight spin just... Ooh. So currently on the double apex, the right double apex just before the underpass Slight spin there. It'll be very interesting to see whether his tyres might be a little bit off, as Chromad has got wing damage. It looks as though Vapor's trying to get a toe off him. Oh! So Chromad will probably be needing to come in and maybe servo. It's not good for you, mate. Oh, fuck my throat. So we're just currently scrolling through trying to find some close action. See, Knight is keeping himself very close to King. Vapor gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. See, Knight has the DRS. He's gone down the inside and he's got a good move done there. Oh, and we have a JJB has spun on an S. So just take it easy, drivers. Give yourselves plenty of room. ZHR has left the session. And currently are back to green flags. God, it's always so upsetting when you see a driver who's doing very well and they just spin out. It's always as upsetting as Smith is looking for a move on North. So North is gonna hold the racing line as Smith gets the move done. And JJB, I think, maybe, or was it different? As Maverick overtakes Vintage Grizz, and ooh, it almost looks as though Vintage Grizz went for a little bit of a slip and slide there. So Happy Kilmore gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So it looks as though a lot of these penalties are now starting to come out. A few of the drivers are now starting to spread out on the field now. Smith is closing in on to JJB. So Smith is also a very consistent driver by the looks. Definitely knows how to seems to extract the best performance out of the car. Always slight lock up there and just after the hairpin. He'll need to come in for a fresh wing, I think, by the looks. So we've... Oh, and he's been... No, he can't be given a blue flag. Could he? It's Richmond. Damaged wing going into 130R won't be easy. As Knight sets the fastest lap time on hards of 1 minute 30.676. On hard tyres, no doubt. On the slowest dry compound tower, and you've set the fastest lap time. And those hard tyres must have only just come alive. Or something. currently on lap 16 out of 27, so we've currently got at least about another 12 laps to go at the moment. So Mahi is closing it on to Happy Kilmore. Getting very close here. We have DRS as he goes on to the main straight. Just goes and makes a good move around the inside there. And his next target will be the race leader, of course. And he is closing down that gap. As he goes around the outside of the S's. And he does it. Oh, and it looks as though Happy Kilmore's had a slight spin at the just before the top of the hill by the looks. Doesn't look like he's got wing damage, so he's saved it. But he'll be kicking himself for that. He was definitely on a podium there, and now he's going to have to claw his way back. This race isn't quite over, but he'll definitely need to claw it back. As Maverick is looking for a move on Vapor. Oh, looks like there might have been contact there, but thankfully there wasn't. And as Maverick goes down the inside, and it's a beautiful move. So we're just trying to find some more. Smith is closing in on someone. He's closing in on Luke. Luke gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Smith has gone off the track. Oh, and he reset the track as well. Again, resetting to the track is not something that is actually particularly allowed. It might be something the stewards might have to look at. This Vintage Grizz gets past Vapor. So Vapor is currently losing time to all the drivers behind him. As MPA Scov is looking around the outside. Not quite sure what Vapor would be thinking, but I think if I was standing out of something like that, I'd probably maybe look at coming into the pits. Maybe changing tyres. Let's see how long he's been on those tyres for. 14 laps, so they've gone a long stint. So he's definitely taken that idea of getting some new tyres on board. So he's chucking on another set of mediums, maybe. Got a, what's happening? Got a slow stop there. So he's chucked on a set of soft tyres, so we want to maybe use pace to try and get it overtake as much people as he can maybe. We're currently on lap 19 out of 27. It is possible for him to take these tyres to the end. However, they'll be pretty munted come lap 27. Not really sort of any close battles at the moment, folks. Although Vapor is closing in onto Anthro pretty quick. He's definitely It's about point. Oh, he's a little bit less than 0.8. His time's actually jumping all over the place. His distance to Prix is relatively close. Might be looking at making a move on Anthros on the main straight, maybe. So we'll just stay on board with Vapor, see if he does make a move on the main straight. He's about half a second. He's got the DRS, but is he close enough? Is he going down the inside? Yellow flag in sector 1, we have a McLaren of privately Wade King who's gone for a slight expedition onto the grass there. So, yeah, okay. So you're probably looking at closing on to Vintage. Trying to get that position back. You're on lap 21 out of 27 at the moment, folks. So we don't have much longer to go in this Grand Prix. So I think if any drivers want to start maybe making a couple more moves, I think would probably be the best time to do it is now. Smith is keeping himself really close into Luke at the moment. Vapor gets a fast lap time of 1 minute 29.784. Smith is looking at the outside. But Luke is still very tight in on Smith there. Luke is going on a slight peek down the inside into the chicane. He can still do this. Luke currently has the DRS on Smith, and he could be going for a move here. He's going down the inside into turn 1. Oh, and Luke has spun on turn 2. Oh man, I thought there was going to be a collision there. Woohoo! Milk is keeping himself fairly close to Rish at the moment, although he's over a second. He's still got a lot to do. Is keep closing on himself less than a second between Happy Kilmore at the moment. Let's see where they a slow racing point by the looks in sector 2. All clear now, he's put himself back up to speed. Happy Kilmore and Knight just left the area where the hairpin is. Just needs to get himself as close as he can. If he does, he might be able to use the DRS, or he could maybe look at a move maybe around 130R. As Luke retires from the session, so Luke, I think, pulled into the pits and started to retire, I think. I don't see any drivers. The car's on the wall. As Knight made a move down the inside, but Happy Kilmore goes around the outside and takes the move, takes back the position. So the grid as it stands at the moment, in first we have Mahi Mahi, in second we have Maverick, third we have MPA Skull, fourth we have Happy Kilmore, fifth we have Knight, sixth we have JJB, though Vintage Grizz is right of his gearbox at the moment. I'll just stick on board with Present JJB at the moment. We'll just switch between these two drivers here. These two are very close. Rish is closing in onto King as well. Rish makes a move on King, which is great to see. Vintage Grizz is looking maybe around the outside. Not quite, he can't quite keep it in there. He's still right on the gearbox of the Renault though. Or could we be maybe seen an overtake around the outside of 130R? Yes! It was a slight overtake, but oh man, JJB had nearly pushed him right out. Would have been a very interesting thing. Baby gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So we'll rephrase the thing. So Grizz now has P6, 7th as JJB. In 8th we have Vapor. In 9th we have Anthro. In 10th we have Rish. In 11th we have King. In 12th we have Off Milk. In 13th we have Nuff. In 14th we have Smith. In 15th we have Chromad. And last but not least we have Paulo Frost in 16th. As Rish gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As Knight is keeping himself very close to Kilmore at the moment. Knight really wants that 4th position, as we currently are on lap 25 out of 27. So I think now Knight would be a really good time to maybe dig in and try and get that position. Fight tooth and nail for it, man. Got DRS again. Can you do something? Come on, can you make it stick this time? So far you have. Well done. Well done, Knight. That was a good overtake there. The Shadow is closing in. Shadow overtakes JJB. JJB is still close to his heels. The soft tyres are very much helping Shadow climb the ladder. Yellow flags in Sector 1. Looks like we've got a Red Bull that's a Chromad, I think. So we've got Chromad just going a little bit slow on the S's at the moment as he's just picking up speed again. We're currently on lap 26 for Mahi Mahi at the moment. At the moment he's got a pretty alright lead at the moment of 5 seconds. But even then that's still not time, still not a large enough lead to just sit back a bit. So Maverick is closing in onto him. Now in order for Maverick to be making a good pass, he'd need to be closing the gap by 3 seconds a lap consistently. all to have a chance. Mahi is pushing hard. Definitely you can tell he's fighting to keep his position. Might not be cars around him, but he's definitely fighting. Mahi definitely wants that top position at the moment. He wants to keep that position. As we have, oh, sector 2, we have something happened on the hairpin. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, Anthro had a slight issue on the hairpin there. It doesn't look like he's got wing damage, so it's good to see at least. He has lost some positions though. We're currently on lap 27, so we're on the final lap of this race at the moment. Anthro will be looking to maybe try and take back 11th from Milk there. I guess it does depend on whether he's lapped. He is not lapped. As Mahi is coming through the final chicane, and it looks as though he will take the win of this Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, what a celebration right there. Nearly hit the pit wall as well. Wanted to leave his mark on this Grand Prix here. So far our provisional results at the moment. First we have Mahi, second we have Maverick, third we have Knight, fourth we have MPA Skov, fifth we have Vintage Grizz, sixth we have Viper Shadow, seventh we have JJB, eighth we have Happy Kilmore. At the moment Rish is just coming across the line right now. So he's currently 8th at the moment, and Kilmore drops to 9th. And Private King gets 9th. And Kilmore's, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Smith is just coming across the line right now as we speak. And Chromad is coming through as well. Good work by the Red Bull driver, not giving up no matter what happened to him. Stuck it through. So we'll just wait to see what the results are. JJB is driver of the day by the game. Alright, so the results. So yeah, Mahi took the win. Maverick took second. Knight took third. Fourth we have MPA Skov. Fifth we have Vintage Grizz. Sixth we have Vapor Shadow. Seventh we have JJB. Eighth we have Rish. Ninth we have King. 10th we have Anthro. 11th we have Off Milk. 12th we have Nuff. 13th we have Smith. 14th we have Happy Kilmore. 15th we have Chromad. 16th we have Paulo Frost. 17th we have Luke, who unfortunately wasn't able to finish the race. 18th we have Dobbs, who again unfortunately could not finish the race. 19th we have ZHR, who again unfortunately could not finish the race. And in 20th we have Bagos, who again unfortunately could not finish the race. So unfortunately I won't be doing any interviews tonight, as I need to work out some technicality stuff as to why my headset didn't work. And also the fact that I've got work early start tomorrow, so but we'll see you run again next week. So until then, we'll catch you all next time. Peace.